Hi everyone and welcome to episode 45 of United City Randomiser. Since the last time we were together, which was when we got knocked out of the cup competition, unfortunately, in a very poor match against Mainz, we played Augsburg. You'd expect us to win and we did. We scored 4 goals, which was great, but we still let 2 in, which I was really unhappy with because that's the weakness of our side. You can see that we let goals in too much and that's where we've got a bit of a problem. So we'll look to address that maybe in the summer transfer window rather than the January. We'll see what we can do in January, but I'm not holding up too much hope. But yeah, anyway, that's the most recent games. We've been really inconsistent, which is a problem. Well, not even inconsistent. We've been poor, which has been a problem in terms of our results. But in terms of the way that we played all of these games, as we've spoken about before, we were quite even in terms of our match stats, etc. So it's been disappointing on that front. But anyway, that's past. Today's a new day. We get one last shot at a Champions League in the year of 2022. The year in which, of course, we qualified for the Champions League for the first time. And we've now played in it and kind of wish that we hadn't maybe. But, you know, a couple of losses to Milan earlier in the season. One decent win against Basel. A very unfortunate loss to PSG in the 91st minute. And we get PSG again today. Home game, which, you know, hopefully helps us out a little bit. Who knows what we can achieve. If they show up and play as well as they can do, we'll find it hard. If they don't, we can find a way to get a result maybe. So, yeah, there's only one way to find that out, though, and that's to get into the game and see what happens. So here's the two sides, the two lineups in terms of formations and personnel. You can, I'll let you have a look through their side, but they've obviously got some very, very good players. Milinkovic-Savic is in there, De Jong is in there, Gabriel Jesus from Man City is in there, Leon Bailey is in there. Yeah, Diogo Jota from Wolves, I think, is in there as well. So they've put together a very strong side, Verratti and stuff. Anyway, you can see that for yourself. They've obviously been shopping quite a bit and changed their side quite a bit. Here's ours for today. So we're going to be playing our Gegenpress style of play. And so actually, for the first time in a very long time, it's pretty much my starting 11 in terms of how I see it currently. Obviously, people can break into that if they play well enough. But our fullbacks are back. Although match sharpness isn't very good, their condition is okay, so that's why they're playing. So it's Kabul in goal, Mania at right back, DiMarco at left back, welcome back guys, Gimber and Kempf as the central defence, Burnich and Siflidis in midfield, with Gravenberch supporting Fabio Silva, and Gundogdu on the right and Davies on the left. That's the way we're going to play today. So we'll go into the team talk, and I want to try and be positive, so we'll passionately say, get out there and impress me. And that didn't achieve a lot in terms of their response, but you know, it was a decent positive way to open the game. So they start the match, our home game of course, so will that provide an advantage for us? We'll have to wait and see. But again, like most of the other games, if we can compete with PSG and keep it to the point where we're showing that our match stats are sort of even with theirs, then I'll be relatively happy with that. Gundogdu with an attempt there. It was a bit of speculative attempt and went over the top of the bar really. Didn't trouble the goalkeeper too much, but you know, a decent opportunity to show that we're in the game. Again, we take the ball from them, which is really positive. More of that, please. And we come forward. Silva on to Davies. I'm not sure whether he was offside there. We'll have to check that. If he wasn't, that was a magnificent, but he was. Yeah, I thought he might have been. We'll see it here. It was a really good move, but he just moved too quick, too soon, and Davies found himself offside. But a great finish in the end. But, you know, that's a warning to PSG that if they're not quite right in their defence, then we can do something against them. Here's their corner kick. Goes right the way through, right the way to the other side of the pitch. Comes back in on the cross. We get the ball cleared to the edge of the box. But they pick up and maintain the ball. Go right the way back to Kimpembe at the back and start to rebuild again, which, you know, we've reset. So, and we got a brilliant interception from Gravenberch. Can he get the ball across? Loads of people there at the back post. And how did we miss it? Oh, I think it was Davies. Look, there were like 3 of them lined up there for an attempt. But a corner comes in for us and we get another opportunity, but the goalkeeper pushes it clear. But look at this. I mean, it was a brilliant interception. He possibly doesn't get it across as early as I'd like, but then he does. And Davies, a magnificent save, wasn't it, from Alisson Becker. Oh, dear. One of those moments where you get the opportunity you want and then the goalkeeper's there. Another corner for us, and Siflidis puts it high and wide, and really, a bit wild, wasn't it? And off their goal kick, they come forward down the left-hand side. We get another really good tackle in. Burnich that time. Brilliant in the midfield so far today in that sense. And we get a chance to build up another attack. Silva drops deep to get the ball and takes it out wide to DiMarco, who cuts it in centrally to Burnich. Gravenberch on the edge of the box, but again, his shot on that occasion goes straight at the goalkeeper, and that was no major problem for him. But such brilliant interceptions in our midfield at times. But again, they come back at us, and there's a chance for Jesus, and there's the quality. It was a mistake in defence. We had an opportunity to get a challenge in on him, and the challenge was ridden by him, and he continues on with the ball. So here we come. The ball goes into him here, and it was Gimba that missed the opportunity to get a challenge in, and so he gets into the area, and then he powers his shot home. It's really disappointing, isn't it? Because I thought we've done really well so far, but we just need that little bit of quality at goal again. Kempf picks up the long ball, goes back to the keeper who sends it long for us, and Davies loses out. So Bailey comes at us with the ball. He rides a couple of challenges again. Diego Jota this time. What can you do? This is so annoying. We're playing quite well, but they ride a tackle, another tackle comes in and they ride that one, and he's ahead of his defender and puts it in the back of the net. And again, it's the defensive area that we're not capable in as much as I'd like us to be. And it's partly because these guys have come back from injury, I think, our two fullbacks, but partly our central defensive guys are possibly not as good as they need to be now either. And it's just the foundation isn't there to build from anymore. Here's an opportunity for us, but it's quite a weak effort in the end, and Becker gathers the ball up again and sets PSG going again, but we intercept that in Kempf, and Grevenberch finds his way in centrally to Siflidis in the end. We pass it around nicely centrally. DiMarco on the left, Davis takes over, but we lose the ball. They get a foot in, and now they get a chance to counter on us, but they've had to go right the way back to the keeper to do it. Ball comes out to Jesus, and he's got so much space to run into. Nobody's getting near him. And again, we're unlucky. Is that unlucky, or is it... I don't know what it is. Is it? You tell me, what do you think? Is that unlucky, or is that lack of ability? Because Jesus comes in, gets the ball out wide to Bailey. Shot gets really well blocked by Kabul, but they always respond quicker to those than we do, whoever it is that we're playing. And I can't tell whether we're just being really unlucky at the moment. But here comes Davies, crosses it all the way over to Gundogdu. And again, Davies on the far post, and the goalkeeper makes a miraculous save. And our good opportunities aren't quite making it. Corner comes in from Gravenberch. Davies loses out on the near post. Not even the near post, the near side of the penalty box. And this is the other chance. Again, it comes all the way to Davies. And even on the second attempt, he hits the post. And that's just unlucky, surely. I don't know what to say about it anymore, really. It's not a 3-0 half-time score, really, is it, in terms of the opportunities that we've had. But we just haven't taken any of them. And they've been really clinical when we've given them chances. And to be fair, I think we've given them a couple of chances. Here they come again down the right-hand side before the end of the first half, but we clear it, good defensive clearance, and we work it well in the centre of midfield up to Davies. He goes on a bit of a run before crossing it over to Gundogdu, who again has plenty of space, but takes the shot on rather than finding a pass, and it hits the frame, I think, and comes back out again. And that's the end of a really confusing first half. I mean, look at these stats. 18 shots on goal we've had, 9 on target, more than they've had. We had better possession than they did, yet we find ourselves 3-0 down. It's just so deflating. But there we are. This is, the Champions League. We're probably a season or two ahead of ourselves in qualifying for it. Maybe we would have been better in the Europa League, who knows. But, I'll be surprised if we get any form of European competition for next season by the way that we're going currently. I'm going to have to tell them that it was disappointing, even though I think it was a bit unlucky. Let's go assertively. We'll tell them that it was unlucky so far. That keeps everybody's confidence up. Then what we're going to do, I think we're going to have to change something, aren't we? So that wasn't the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. I think we'll go to our more sort of slightly reserved, controlled possession type of play and see whether we can gain anything from that. So I'll just rearrange this so they're where they need to be for the roles that I want them to play. So yeah, that set us where we need to be. Everybody's healthy enough. You can see the match sharpness is down for a couple of these guys that have come back from injury, but their conditioning's not too bad, so they can carry on for now. We'll keep an eye on that. But these ratings, I don't know what to say. They're all so low. It's so disappointing. Anyway, back into the game, and we get to kick off. Hopefully we get to now keep possession a little bit more, retain the ball a little bit more, frustrate them maybe in terms of them running after the ball, and hopefully we can carve out an opportunity for us to get ourselves back into this game a little bit and not look as though we've been dominated so much, which in stat terms we really haven't been. But anyway, it's been quite quiet, hasn't it, for the first 15 minutes or so of the first half, which I will kind of happily take at this moment. I don't think we're going to win this game by any stretch. So that's got us through to this point. But look at these ratings. Sorry, you might be motivated, Alfonso, but you're coming off because that's just such a poor rating. Silva can come off. And let's take Mania off just because, even though we haven't got a right-sided defender there, he's only just coming back from injury and I don't want to cause another problem for him. So he'll come off as well, and we'll carry on with the last half hour of the game, or whatever it is, 20 minutes of the game, and just pray that we get an opportunity. Really, the controlled possession has obviously worked in terms of taking their highlights away, but I don't think they were particularly bothered in the second half. Why did they need to be? With 3-0 down, they're comfortable and happy just to hold on to the ball, and it looks like that's what they've done. There's still a few minutes left, so is this a highlight for them to get another opportunity at goal, or are we going to get a foot in and hopefully counter attack? Oh, we nearly did there. Rolheiser nearly got the foot in, but didn't quite manage it. It's interesting that they didn't mind us playing him against them, even though he's from them on loan, but they were happy for us to do that, so that's fine. But again, there was an opportunity for us to retain possession there, and we didn't do it. DiMarco gave the ball away cheaply, and here they come, Gabriel Jesus again, but this time goes straight to the goalkeeper. And here they come again on a corner, a throw kick. A throw kick? What am I talking about? A throw in. But we managed to nick the ball. I've just completely lost the plot, folks, if I'm honest. Gundogdu on the right hand side crosses early. The defender clears it, and Wilson has a really good opportunity to put at least the ball on target and just doesn't manage it. And that's the story of our game. We had so many good opportunities and we just didn't take any of them. And so the seconds are now counting down to a really, really disappointing 3-0 loss. I don't know what else to say about it really, but there we are. It was 3-0. We really didn't play badly in terms of match stats, but individually there was nobody that did themselves justice in that game at all. And I don't know what else to say about it. So we won't say much else about it. We'll say unlucky boys, just because I think we really, really were. And we'll come out of that. And just before we end the episode, I'll just have a look and see what happens in January moving forward. Because we've now got this big gap, of course, because of the World Cup in Dubai. So, is it Dubai? Oh, I can't remember where it's held. How awful is that? Anyway, wherever it is, I think that's what's going on, so we get a break. So I will come back, and I won't play the Champions League against Basel with you on an episode, just because we know that we're out of that now. We needed to win the PSG game to stand any chance of staying in it, so we're out. So what I might do is I might play through January myself and come back at the end of it, maybe at this point, because we'll see whether we can do any transfer business in the central defensive area. We've also obviously got Denilson coming in, if you remember, a youngster that we bought in the summer, but couldn't come until he was 18, and his stats are improving. He was lower than 12 on his heading before, I think, which is improving. So he's a decent person to bring in, but he's not the finished article to put into our first team just yet. But he's definitely one for the future, so that's a bonus. Anyway, the next bit, as I say, I'll play through January. I'll come back in very early February. We've got tons of games in the back half of the season because of the World Cup interrupting the schedule. So there's loads more episodes to come. Hopefully the second half will be far, far better than the first half. I mean, look at that as a set of results. It's so inconsistent and dreadful in bits. Anyway, here ends episode 45 of United City Randomiser in a very, very disappointing end to 2022. But hey ho, that's the way it is. If you're enjoying the series, chuck a subscribe on the channel. That helps you keep up to date with the videos. If you enjoyed the videos, the episodes, then keep liking them. Keep clicking the like button so that gets me seen by more people. And however badly it's going at the moment, we've had some really good moments in this save, and I want to continue the journey going. And the more the people that join me, the better it is. So keep liking the vids, and that gets us seen by more people. So until next episode, if you're playing Football Manager yourself, I hope you're having a great time doing it. Probably more enjoyment than I am currently, but hopefully 2023 will change that. So let me know about all of your stuff down in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, and bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.